So let us continue with our class for inventory control. And today, we are going to start with the question for November 2017, question number 5A. November 2017, question number 5A. CJ, do you have the question you read for us? Ama, let me read it. Just let me read it. November 2017, question number 5A. November 2017, question number 5A. Kuna peni yangu sioni. So November 2017. This was the question for what? This one required December 2010. That question was for December 2010. Hii yenye iko kwa board. Hiyo ndio tulimalizia jana. So question for December 2010. Question number 2B. This one was for December 2010. Question number 2B. So kama hukuwa class, that is the question that we did. So we want to do for November 2017, question 5B. So Trans Ltd supplies a product by BBG. Although the annual demand for BBG is high, it varies considerably. The demand during the lead time and associated probability is given below. So the question hii ni mzuri kwa sababu we don't need to calculate the demand. Ukiangalia swali tulifanya jana, the demand during the lead time, ilibidi tumecalculate which is our daily demand times the lead time. Our daily demand times the lead time, so that we can get our DDLT, demand during the lead time. Now this question here in November 2017, we don't need to calculate the DDLT because already we have it. So we have it there. So the demand during the time is given there with their probability. Additional information. Trans Ltd places 5 orders annually. The ordering cost per order amounts to 6,000. The carrying cost amounts to 1,000 per unit. It is estimated that the stock out cost is 5,000 per unit. Reorder point is 850. We have been given the reorder point, which we shall use it as our current, as our what? We shall get our DDLT from that point. And then the lead time is 12 working days. It is 12 working days. Now required number 1, advise the management of Trans Ltd on the amount of the safety stock to be maintained. The amount of the safety stock to be maintained. The amount of the safety. Now, let me just do away with this one, but the format is the same actually. The format is the same, so there's nothing less or more. So the format is the same. Ndio hiyo hapo. Kwa hivyo bwana amesoma hiyo swali vizuri. Sawa sawa. I think iko sawa. Now, the question is for November 2017, number 5A. Just a minute. Kuna yangu fulani ninaitafuta, sijui bana sioni sasa hivi. Oh, nimepata. Yes. November 2017. November 2017. November 2017. Number 5A. Question number 5. What is one? Okay, nimepata. Now, so DDLT, we have it. So we can start with the DDLT. DDLT. So DDLT. So we have it. DDLT so if kutusumbua. So we have 650. Then you have the probability tumepatiwa, probability tumepatiwa 0.25. Yeah. Now sorry, 600. I have 650. 0.23. 700. 0.12. 750. 0.10. 800. 0.08. 0.08. 850. 0.05. 900. 0.05. 950. 0.04. 1000. 0.03. 1050. 0.03. 1100. 0.02. Now that's our DDLT. So we don't need to calculate the DDLT. Remember, for you to get the DDLT, if you were to find the DDLT, tunachukua daily demand, you are supposed to pick the daily demand. We multiply with our, kama inaonekana hivyo, itakuwa mbaya. So DDLT, this question, kama ungekuwa umepatiwa, you know that DDLT, demand during the lead time, is equal to daily demand, and lead time. Lakini already because tushapatiwa, so already we were provided with the DDLT, so that one is not our issue now. Already tulikuwa tumepatiwa, so it's worry we don't need to calculate the DDLT because we have it. Number 2, we need to determine our current level. We need to calculate to determine our current level, our current the order point. What's our current the order point from the question? Current the order point. And now our current the order point from the question, information number 5. The order point is at 50 units. Our order point is at 50 units. So where does it range? Hapa. Kutoka hapa teremuka. So that's what we are interested with. So our safety stock lies, our optimal safety stock lies between 850 and 1100. So we need to determine at which level is our safety stock. So where does our safety stock rise? The optimal one. So it lies between 850 and 1100. But we need to determine the point where it lies. Now, for us to determine the point where it lies, we need to come up with our analysis table. Now, before we come up with our analysis table, we need to determine the shortage cost per unit. Shortage cost per unit. Shortage cost per unit. Now, from the question, what is our shortage cost per unit? Information number 4. The estimated stock out cost is 5,000 per unit. 5,000 Kenya shillings per unit. Now, that's our shortage cost. So our shortage cost is 5,000 per unit. That's information number 5. Number 4, that is stock out cost. Stock out cost. We also need to determine the holding cost. Now, our holding cost is our carrying cost, which is 1,000 per unit. So holding cost, we also need to come up with holding cost. Holding cost, which is our carrying cost. Which is our carrying cost, and we say it is 1,000 Kenya shillings, 1,000 per unit. Per unit. What else do we need? Annual number of orders. Our annual number of orders is information number 1. Annual number of orders is 5 orders in a year. Annual number of orders is 5. 5. Then what else do we need? We also need the ordering cost because we have it. Was worry information number 2. Ordering cost is 6,000. We need ordering cost. Ordering cost, which is Kenya shillings, 6,000 per unit. 6,000 per unit. Now, we need to determine how to get the stock out cost. Stock out cost. Now, what was the formula for stock out cost? Someone to remind us the formula for stock out cost. Someone to remind us. Itakuwa shortage per order. So this is the formula. So you need to know the formula for shortage cost. Hii hapa nilikuwa nimeandika chini. Shortage per order. Shortage per order times number of orders. Number of orders times shortage cost per unit. Shortage cost per unit. Now tukiwa na hiyo, now we can come up with our analysis table. Analysis table. Analysis table. Now our analysis table, you can do it here. Analysis table. Tunaanza na 850. So tunaanza na new LOL. Ya kwanza ni 850. Safety stock. Safety stock. Now safety stock is the difference between the order level and our current. So 850 minus 850 is 0. Is 0. Hadi hapo tuko sawa. Hadi hapo tuko sawa. Next, holding cost. Holding cost. Now our holding cost, our unit, which is 0 times our cost per order, 1,000. It is 1,000. Aya. You need to determine ordering cost. Our ordering cost. Now our ordering cost itakuwa ni ngapi? Our ordering cost. How much will be our ordering cost? Tuna pale juu. Number of orders ni 5. We multiply with cost per order. So number of orders ni 5 ndio hapa. Cost per order. Cost per order, ordering cost ilikuwa ni 6,000. 6,000. Which is 30,000. 30,000. Then you determine the shortage cost. Shortage cost. Now shortage cost iko na mambo. Shortage cost iko na mambo. So I will do my work in here. Now you be very keen. You be very keen. Now before we do that one, we need to input the others. So we have 900, 900, 950, 950, 1,000, 1050, 1,100. I think tukiweka hapo, I think itatoshea. Now, wacha tujaribu kuicompress. Let us try to compress this item. Now, shorted cost, then total cost. Total cost haifai kuwa kubwa kwa sababu total cost haifai kuwa kubwa sana. Analysis table. Je, hiyo ikawa hapo inaonekana. Sasa nitoke nje sana. Hapo. Now, hii table inakuwa kubwa. Sasa nataka space kubwa. Now our total cost, let's read the total cost. Total cost. If I go out this kubwa, you don't got a figure. That one's just to input a figure. Now we know that tuanze na ya kwanza. Hapa tunajua probability ni 0.05. Sasa tuweke hapa katikati ndio is to confuse. Ndio sasa tuweze kufollow up. Anyway, ngoja kidogo niwaoneshe. Hata niweke hizi. We need as big space as we can so that we can do this question. Hapo iko sawa. Now just let's input our probabilities. So aje niweke hapa ndio inisaidie mimi 0.05 0.05 0.04 0.03 0.03 na 0.02. Tunaanza na ya kwanza, shortage cost. So this is very important. Now for you to get the shortage cost, unachukua probabilities. So you pick the probabilities. Tunaanza na probability ya kwanza. Okay, let's compute kwanza the safety stock kwa sababu tunahitaji. Let's compute the safety stock. So ya pili, where is that calculator? So ya pili itakuwa ni 900 minus our current which is 850. So 900 minus 850. So 900 itakuwa ni 900 minus 850. Najua ni 50. 950 minus our current 850 pale juu. Natupatia 100. Haya. 1000 minus 850. I think that is 250. 1050 minus 850. I think this one is 300. And then 1100 minus our 850. I think it's 350. I think that one is 350. Now, that's our safety stock. But we do not know what's our optimal safety stock. So out of this one, we need to pick one as our optimal safety stock. So how do we find it? Now we can get our holding cost direct kwa sababu tuko nayo now. Itakuwa ni safety stock which is 50 times 1000 which is 50,000. Next ni 100. Our safety stock 100 times 1000 which is 100,000. Next is 250 times 1000 which is 250,000. Next is 300 times 1000. Itakuwa ni 300,000. Na mwisho ni 350 times 1000 which is 350,000. Ordering cost itakuwa the same kwa sababu number of order ni 5 na cost per order ni 30,000. This will remain to be 30,000 Kenya shillings. 30,000 Kenya shillings. So itakuwa the same. 30,000. 30,000. 30,000. Okay, hiyo ni ngapi? So the same. 5 times 6. 5 times 6 which is 30,000. So hadi hapo tuko sawa? Tuko sawa hadi hapo?
Yeah.
Let's go to, yes. Let me go to the information kidogo, something I want to check. Ngoja 50 100 na 1000 minus 850 ni ngapi? 1000 minus 850. Yes.
150.
So this is supposed to be 150. 150, kwa hivyo hapa itakuwa ni 150. Aya, na next 1050, which is 200. It's supposed to be 200. Hapa ni 2. 200. And then 1100 to 50. 50. 50 hadi iko sawa. Kama nilikuwa nimefanya makosa. Change that one. So that one is fine. So up that point, that one is fine. Now the issue is our shortage cost. Now this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Our shortage cost. This is how we do it. Tunaanza na ya kwanza 0. 0 you multiply with our probability. What's our probability? 0.05. 0.05 plus so hii ni 0. Unaenda kwa ya next 50 times probability ni 0.05 still 0.05 plus ya tatu ni 1000 100 times 0.04 kutoka kwa 100 unaenda kwa 150 times 0.03 200 times still 0.03 and then to 50 times 0.02. Then what you get now, very keen. Let me repeat again. Ndio muone kile tunafanya. Nasema hivi, ukianza na ya kwanza 0, ukianza na 0, so tunaanza na 0. We multiply the probability iko hapo. So 0 times 0.05 ndio hiyo. 0 times 0.05. Tunaenda kwa ya pili 50 times 0.05. So 50 times 0.05. Wende ya tatu 100 times 0.04 ndio hiyo. Wende ya nne 150 times 0.03. Then ya 200 times 0.03. Then unamaliza to 50 times 0.02. Hiyo ni ya kwanza. Then hiyo ndio inaitwa the shortage per order. Shortage per order. You multiply the number of orders. Number of orders here ni 5. You multiply the number of orders, which is 5. Then the shortage cost per unit. The shortage cost per unit hii hapa ni 5000. So inakuja ngapi? Tunaanza na hiyo probability kwanza. Tunaona nimeweka into bracket. Ukumbuke nimeweka into bracket. So lazima umalize probability kwanza. Tunasema 0.05 times 0 plus 50 times 0.05, 50 times 0.05 plus 100 times 0.04 plus 150 times 0.03 plus 200 times 0.03 plus 250 times 0.02. Then ufunge bracket, then you multiply na 5, then na 5000. So mimi napata 550,000. 550,000. So add the total cost together. So kumbuka total cost is equals to holding cost plus ordering cost plus shortage cost. So 1000 plus 30,000 plus 550. Unapata ngapi? Unapata ngapi? Tunachukua 550,000. 550,000 una add 30,000. Na una add 1000. So mimi napata 581,000. 581. Hii ni 0 wewe. 0 times 1000 is 0. Na hata nyingi amoni. 580,000. So the cost is 580,000. So 580,000. 580,000. Now very keen. Tuende kwa ya pili now. So look at ya pili. Tuende kwa ya pili. Now ukianza kwa 0, hapa ndio unafua kwa keen. Una multiply ukianza sasa hapa, so tunaenda ya pili. Ya pili. Ukianza kwa 0, una multiply na probability yenye iko next. Probability correct ni ya 0.05 ya 90. 0.05. So 0 times 0.05. So usirimultiply na ya kwanza. So 0 times hii ya kwanza, probability ya kwanza na multiply na 0 na hii iko chini yake, which is 0.05 plus ukienda kwa ya pili ni 50. 50 kuna multiply yenye iko chini yake. 50 probability iko chini yake ni gani? 0.04. 0.04. Ngoja niandike vizuri, plus 50 times 0.04 plus twende kwa ya tatu 100 na multiply iko chini yake 100 times 0.03 plus 100 times 0.03, then 150 times 0.03 also 150 times 0.03. Aya, then 200 times 0.02, 200 times 0.02 plus 250. Hakuna, we don't have any probability chini yake kwa 250, so tunachana na 250, so inaishia hapo. Now you multiply with the number of orders, which is 5. Then also you multiply with the cost per order, which is 5,000. So give me the answer. Give me the answer for that one. Itakuwa ni 0 times 0.05 plus 50 times 0.04 plus 100 times 0.03 plus 150 times 0.03 plus 200 times 0.002. Then funga bracket, multiply with 5 times 5,000. Allah, kwani nifunga bracket vibaya? Nimeniambia error. Let me go and make a bracket at the other side. So 337, 500. 337, 500. Now you add total cost. Unachukua huyu plus huyu plus huyu. So inakuwa ni 337 plus 30,000 plus 50. 50 supposed to be 50,000. 50,000. 417, 500. 417, 500. 417,500. 417,500. Jane, can you see the board?
Yes, iko sawa.
Tuna next. Next tunaenda kwa huyu 0 times. Na nani atatuambia 0 times na which part? So unaenda kwa ya tatu. So unaignore ya kwanza, unaignore ya pili. So una times na 0.04. 0.04 plus haya 50. Unaenda kwa ya tatu. So ya tatu ni ngapi? 0.03. 0.03. Haya, kutoka kwa 50 unaenda kwa 100. Unaenda kwa ya tatu, kwa 100 ya tatu ni ngapi? 0.03. 0.03 plus kutoka kwa 100 unaenda kwa 150. Kwa ya tatu ni ya mwisho 0.02. Inaishia hapo. Hakuna ingine. Sababu tukisema tunaenda kwa 200, hatuna ya tatu. Tukienda kwa 250, pia hatuna ya probability ya tatu huko chini. Inaishia hapo. Now you multiply the number of orders. So you multiply with the cost per order. Itakuwa ni 0 times 0.04 plus 50 times 0.03 plus 100 times 0.03 plus 150 times 0.02. Funge the bracket times 5 times 5,000. 187,500. 187,500. Total cost, you add them together to get the total cost. So itakuwa 97,000. We add our cost hapa 30,000. We also add holding cost, which is 100,000. 317,500. 317,500. 317,500. Aya, tuna next. Next 0 times. Tunaenda kwa ya 4. tuna multiply na ya 4. So 0 times 0.03. So 0 unaenda kwa ya 4 ni 0 point. So tunaanza kwa 0. Remember tunaanza kwa 0 but tuna multiply na kwa ya 4 penye inaanzia kwa 0.03. So 0.03 plus ya pili ni 50. Follow na probability after 0.03 chini yake ni times 0.03. Haya, kutoka kwa 50 naenda kwa 100 multiplied by ya mwisho inaishia hapo 0.02. Then what you get, you multiply with the number of orders times cost per order, which is 5,000. So kama kwa example uko sure, ukianza na 0 hapa, ukianza na 0, for example hii line iko hapa, kwa hiyo tunaanza na ile 0 but under this line unachukua probability iko hapo 0.04. So 0 times 0.04. Remember sisi tumeanzia ile 0 pale juu hapa, but probability yetu inaanzia probability penye hiyo line iko 0.04. Then ukienda number next, kwa 0 number next ni 50. Kuja kwa 50 na multiply na the probability sasa inafuata hii 0.04. Inapata 0.04 ni 0.03. Then unaenda next, number next ni 100, naweka hapo. Probability inafuata 0.03 ndio hii hapa, chini yake ni 0.03. Kutoka kwa hiyo number 50 unaenda kwa 150, chini yake 150 ndio hii hapa. Then unaenda kwa probability inafuata 0.03. 0.03 ni 0.02 na inaishia hapo. Ukishafika mwisho kwa probability, there's nothing else you can add, inaishia hapo. Same apply to the next one. What will be the shortage cost? Shortage cost itakuwa ni 0 times 0.03 plus 50 times 0.03 plus 100 times 0.02. Then what you get to multiply by 5 times 5,000. So 87,500. 87,500. Add our ordering cost 30,000. Then add holding cost 150,000. 267,500. 267,500. Then next tunaanza na 0 pale juu. Ndio 0 yetu tunaanza nao pale juu 0. Multiply the probability kwa ile line. Probability yetu kwa ile line ni ngapi? Ni 0.03. 03 plus kutoka kwa 0 naenda kwa 50. What is the probability after 0.03? After 0.03 kwa ile line yetu tumeanza kwa ya 0.03, 0.02. Inaishia hapo. Nothing else. Multiply by 5 times 5,000. Itakuwa 0.03 times 0 plus 50 times 0.02 times 5 times 5,000. 25,000. 25,000 plus 30,000 plus 200,000. 255,000. 255,000. 255. Acha niweke ionekane. 255,000. Ndio inaonekana 255. 255. 255,000. Ya mwisho. Tunaanza na 0. Probability ya hiyo 0 ni ngapi? 0.02 times, now imeisha hivyo, nothing else. Ukienda ya pili 50, hakuna probability hapo chini. So times 5 times 5,000, which is 0. So itakuwa ni 0 plus 30,000 plus 250,000, which is 280,000. Now, for you to advise, you pick the cost which is less. Now, which one has the lowest cost? Which one has the lowest cost? Which one has the lowest cost? Yes? Which one has the lowest cost? Someone to answer that one. Which one has the lowest cost? Which one has the lowest cost? Yes? Aye. That's
255.
255 yayo at 1050.
Now 255. So advice. Now what's the best safety stock? Unaweza peana hapa. So from the question, so what would be the optimal safety stock?
1050.
Not 1050. Hii
So
1050,
150, 200.
200. Yes. This is our safety stock. So our safety stock ndio hiyo hapo. 200. 200 ndio hiyo hapa. So kwa hiyo line yetu divide. So our safety stock is 200. And what about probability of stock out? Probability
3%.
of stock out cost. Yes. Ndio hii hapa. So kwa hiyo tu line yetu penye tuko kwa line yetu ni 0.03 or 3%. 0.03 or 3%. So what was the advice? So what was the question requirement? So the question requirement, yes. Advise the management of Trans Nzoia on the amount of the safety stock. So the amount of the safety stock ni ngapi? 200. That one okay? Jane? Yes, Jane.
Iko sawa.
Aya,
Iko sawa ni
number B. Now mnaongea bwana. Number B, determine the probability of stock out cost. Number B, determine the probability of stock out cost ndio hiyo 0.03. Tumeipata from this point. That point. Now let's go to another question. Let's go to another question so that we can finish this item. November 2015. November 2015, question number 2B. November 2015. November 2015, question number 2B. November 2015. November 2015. Question number 2B. Question number 2B. Number 2B. November 2015. Question number 2B. Did you do that question? Sio nikaa tulifanya hiyo swali. November 2015. November 2015. Did you do that question? Okay, sio kama tulifanya. So let us do it. Let us do that question together. November 2015, question number 2B. Aya, Jane, tusome. Do you have the question? Ama ni present? Ama CJ, kama you can access it, you can read it. Okay, let me see if I can share.
November 2015 question 2B. Haya. The following data relate to Mamboleo Ltd estimated usage of raw material for the month of December 2015. We have usage in units and probability. Additional information. Stock out will cost the company 80 shillings per unit. Number 2. Average monthly holding cost is estimated at 10 shillings per unit. Number 3. A lead time of 4 days is required for ordering new materials. Number 4. The economic order quantity for the new material is 1,600 units every 30 days. Required. The optimal safety stock. Command 2. The probability of being out of stock.
Yes, let us do that question together. Let us do that question together. Do that question together. But the question is the same. Ukisha determine your DDLT, so the important thing kwa swali, kitu ya kwanza, unaangalia kama your information given is in form of DDLT or not. So kama hujapata in form of DDLT, you need to change it to DDLT. Demand during the real time. So that is the most important thing you need to do. once you have been given this question. So acha tutoe hii because you might need, because the information is different. Hawa tunaweza kosa kuwatoa, tunaweza toa tuweka tu hivi, change this information hapa tutamalizia hiyo swali. Hiyo tutamalizia baadaye. Now nilikuwa nimevuta niweke hivyo, nijipange mapema nisije nikapangwa. Hivyo teremuka hivyo, ngoja nikuruhusu kidogo hivyo. Sawa. Now let's jump now to our question. Now DDLT. Now from the question, have we been provided with DDLT? Now the answer is no. According to this question, the question is for November 2015. November 2015. The question is question number what? Let me check. Question number 2B. Yeah. Now, let's go back to our question, November 2015. Let me open it. November 2015, question number 2B. November 2015, November equapi. November. So the following data relates to Mambo Leo, estimated that the raw material for the month as given below. Now we have the usage pale. Now this usage is not in accordance to the lead time. So it is not wajatuambia pale juu that the demand was, which was the DDLT, demand during lead time. So zingine wanakuambianga the demand during the lead time umepatiwa, but in this case hatujapatiwa. So let us we need to determine the demand during lead time, and this is how we determine it. Now, if we go to information number 1, number 4, the economic order quantity for raw material is for every 600 units for every 30. Now, what you do, ya kwanza pale juu kuna 1440. 1440. Now you divide it the total number of days. Now pale chini, the economic order quantity for every raw material is 1600 for every 30 days. 30 days. Remember to say ni daily demand. So unachukua 1440 divided by 30 to get your daily demand. So 30 days. So unachukua 1440 divided by 30. Then now, once you get the daily demand, then you can multiply with the lead time. Information number 3. The lead time is 4 days. 4 days times 4. Utapata your daily demand.
192.
So,
192.
190. So mnipea answer sasa kuandika. So 192. So you repeat the same procedure to the others. So repeat the same procedure to the others. Sitaki kurudia. So nasema ni 1520 divided by 30 times 4. Unapata ngapi? 1520 divided by 30 divided by 4. Haraka Benjamin ndio tusonge. 1520 divided by 30 times 4. 2 or 3. Tunataka probability yake. It is 0.06. If I'm not wrong, let me check. Then 0.14. 0.14. So I know you know the formula for stock at cost. No maana nimevuta 214. 0.30. 2 to 4. 2 to 4, 0.16, 0.16, 2, 3, 5, 0.13, 2, 4, 6, 0.10, 2, 5, 6, 0.07, 267, 0.04. Hiyo kwa swali ile tunataka compute. So nimeandika direct. So you repeat the same procedure. So kama you're not understanding, unachukua the units, you multiply the number of days, that the number of days ni 30. So itakupatia number of units per day. So multiply with the ready time so that you can get the DDLT, the demand during the ready time, so that you can get the demand during the ready time. So ya kwanza ni 192, you repeat the same procedure. So kama ni ya pili unachukua ni 1520 divided by 30 times 4. Kama ni ya nne ni 1600 divided by 30 times 4. So the procedure is repetitive in that form. So the procedure is repetitive in that form. Aya, I think that there's nothing more or less to add concerning that one. So I cannot add anything less or more. Now, once we get our DDLT, now we need to determine our current reorder level. Now, current reorder level ndio hapa itakuwa ni 1600 over 30 times 4. So umepata pale chini. Unachukua the economic order quantity hiyo Q divided by 30 times 4. Unachukua the hiyo Q because we have the hiyo Q. So the economic order quantity for raw material is 1600 for every 30 days. For every 30 days. So for every 30 days. So unachukua 1600. Unachukua 1600. So there you go. Information number 5. Information number 5. And it says the economic order quantity for every raw material is 1600 for every 30. Now for every 30, so 1600 divided by 30, you get for 1 day. Then you multiply by 4, you get for the 4 days, which is 214. 214. 14. Inarejea wapi hapa? 214 hii hapa. Na kumbuka ukiround off, remember when you round off the nearest. Yeah, now let us continue. So I was saying that for us to get the current reorder level, the current reorder point, you take your economic order quantity, you multiply with the number of, with the 30 days to get the order per day, then you multiply by 4, then you round off the next figure. So kama pana 213.13 unaweka itakuwa 214. Hata kama ni 213.1 unaweka the next one. Now where does it fall? So it falls kutoka hapa. So you take this part kuteremka. So you take it from the 214, so tunaweka hapa 214. Probability 0.3. 2 to 4 next. Probability 0.16. 235. Probability 0.13. 246. 0.10. 256. 0.07. 267. 0.04. So ndio probability hapo nimeweka hapo chini. So because we shall need it. We shall need the probability. Now safety stock. Now our safety stock, unachukua the reorder level, you multiply the safety. Now our reorder level is 214 and our current level is 214. So 214 times 214 is 0. Next 2 to 4 minus 214. 2 to 4 minus 214. 2 to 4 minus 214, I think it is 10. Supposed to be 10. 235 minus 14 ni 21. 21. Oh, nitafute calculator. Tunasema 235 minus 214, 21, then 246, 32, 256, 42, 267, 53, 53. I think that one is okay. Now holding cost. Now this one you're gonna holding cost. The holding cost per unit, let's go to our question. Do we add any holding cost? Kwanza, number one, stock out cost ni 80. Stock out cost kwanza ni 80 shillings. Yeah, that's stock out cost or shortage cost. The annual monthly holding cost is 10 shillings per unit. 10 Kenya shillings, 10 per unit. Per unit. Annual number of orders. Do you have annual number of orders? Annual numbers of orders. We don't have annual number of orders. Do we have it? Annual number of orders. Let me see. Annual number of orders. Mimi sioni kwa hiyo swali. Annual number of orders. Annual number of orders. Kuna mwenye anaona? Yes. Okay, let me open this. Let me use the question again. Nione kama there is a way we can get the annual number of orders. Now, because the information they are given is, if we read the information number 2, the average monthly holding cost. So the information is given in a monthly basis. And remember, our question is for annual. Now we shall assume they usually make order every month. So the annual number of orders need 12 months. Kwa sababu an average holding cost is 10 shillings per unit. So kila mwezi wanainga holding cost. Kila mwezi wanainga holding cost. So tuna assume that for them to order, they usually make an order every month. So every month. So we shall make an assumption that the orders is every month. So per year, the 1 like 12. Itakuwa ni 12 number of orders in a month. So we shall make that assumption that the number of orders in a month. So they make one order in a month, so that the total order for the whole month itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ni 1 month times 12. 1 month times 12. Now, tukisha make that assumption, now we can move on. So let's compute number 1, holding cost. Holding cost. Now, holding cost itakuwa ni 0 times holding cost ni 10, which is 0. 10 times 10, which is 100. Ni 10 ama ni ngapi? Okay, let's go a moment. Just a moment kidogo tu. Just a moment. Just a moment. Let's continue. Now tulikuwa nasema for us to get the holding cost. So in this case itakuwa ni 0 times cost per unit. And remember this per unit, remember it's per month. Remember it's per month. Remember it is per month. Kumbuka ni per month. The information I think nikisoma information yenu wanasema the average monthly ni per month. Wajapenda in full year. So you need to multiply by 12. Itakuwa ni 0. Next itakuwa ni our units ni 10 times cost per month, then you multiply by 12 because for the whole year, because the 10 is for only 1 month. So 10 change per unit for a month. So that one will be equal to what? That one will be equal to my answer nilikuwa nimefanya hapa 1,100. Then 10, so 21 times 10, cost 10 per month times 12. So now it's supposed to be per year. So 25, 20. 25, 20, then 32 times 10 times 12, 38, 40. 42 times 10 times 12, 50, 40. Then 53 times 10 times 12. Itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ngapi bwana? 63, 60. Ordering cost hakuna because you are not given the ordering cost per unit. Ordering cost per unit hapa hakuna, so this one was not there. So we shall not have ordering cost. Tunatoa. So allow me to put the cost hapa. In this case, hakuna, there was no any ordering cost. Particular ordering cost, the itakuwa 0. So there was no any ordering cost. So itakuwa ni ngapi? Itakuwa ni 0. Itakuwa ni 0. Now tunaanza kama kawaida. Tunaanza na 0 times our probability 0.03. So tukianza na hii 0 hapa tunaona probability yake which is 0.3. 0.3. So 0 times 0.3 plus 10 times 0.16 niko chini yake 21 times 0.10 21 times 0.10, sorry 21 times 13. Aya 21 32 times 0.1 0 plus, so allow me to go the other side, plus kutoka kwa 32 kwenda kwa 42 times 0.07, then iko chini yake ni 53 times 0.04. Now you multiply with the annual number of orders. Mwana ni 12 ndio annual number of orders. Then shortage cost, our shortage cost ni 80. Now utapata your answer hapo. Allow me to put it here. Sema hii ni total cost. Total cost. Fikia hapo for now yetu kidogo. That will be favorable. Mnipe answers. Ya kwanza. Mnipe answers. So mimi napata Ninapata 12,087. 12,087. You add the total cost itakuwa ni 12,087. Hatuenda kwa ya pili. Sisi tumemaliza nayo ya kwanza. Hiyo tumemalizana nayo. That one is fine. That one is fine. That one is fine. Aya, we can go number 2. Tunaanza na pale juu 0, but now probability itakuwa tuanzie na hii. Tuanzie penye tumeanzia hapa 0. Tuanzia 0 pale, yes, but probability inaanzia the next one 0.16 plus 10. Probability yake iko chini yake 0.13 plus the 1 times 0.1 plus 32 times 0.07 plus 42 times 0.04 inaishia hapo times 12 annual number of orders times 80 because we had it annually, so tuna multiply na 12 sio na 1. Tutapata ngapi? $70.08. Now we add our cost of 1200. So total cost itakuwa ni shortage cost plus holding cost, which is 1200. Napata 82.28. 82.28. Next, tunaanza na 0 pale juu. Tunaanza na 0. Para probability inaanzia wapi kwa line yetu? 0.13. Plus, tunaenda kwa 10. Na probability kwa chini ya 0.13 ni 0.1. 0.1 plus, kutoka kwa 10 tunaenda kwa 21. Probability kwa 0.1 ni 0.07 plus, kutoka kwa 21 tunaenda kwa 32. 32 times probability kwa 0.07 0.04 inaishia hapo. No any other item required. Then multiply with the number of orders annually times 80 times 80 itakuja ngapi? So itakuwa ni 3600. Itakuwa ni 3600 plus 2520 inakuwa 61. 20 inakuwa 61. 20 next. Tunaanza na pale juu 0. 0 probability inaanzia kwa 0.1 plus tunaenda kwa 10. Kwa 0.1 chini yake 0.1 ni 0.07. Kutoka kwa 10 tunaenda kwa 21. So kwa 0.07 chini yake 0.04 inaishia hapo 0.04. Inaishia hapo. Then multiply by 12 times 80. Then multiply with 12 times 80. Nakupea ngapi? Aha. 1479. 1479. You add that 840. You add that 840. Nakupatia 5319. 5319. Next. Tunaanza na juu pale 0. Probability yetu 0 times 0.07. Tunaenda kutoka 0 tunaenda kwa 10. 10 times probability ya kutoka 0.07 next yake ni 0.04 inaishia hapo. Times 12 times 80. Itakupea ngapi? Itakupatia so 10 times 0.04 itakuwa 384. 384. You add 50 40. You add 50 40 inakupatia 54 24. 54 nakupatia 54 24. Haya, tumalizia mwisho, tunaanzia pale juu 0 times 0.04. So tunaanzia na 0 but our probability kwa hiyo ni 0.04 multiply with 12 times 80 which is 0 plus hiyo 63 60. Now which one is what's our minimum cost? Our minimum cost kwa hiyo part ni gani from our question there? What's our minimum cost? Minimum cost, Jen?
53.19.
53.19. If our minimum cost is 53.19, what's our safety stock? What's our safety stock?
32.
Probability of being out of stock.
0.1.
That's how we're supposed to answer those questions. We shall do other questions later. Let us continue with our. Allow me to present allow me to present the screen. We continue now with our. Now, to go to unknown, let's go to unknown. So you are doing known. So we need to go to unknown. So unknown. So I hope you can see my screen. I'm going to present my screen. I hope you can see my screen. So I hope you can see my screen. So we are doing unknown. We are doing known. So in the case where we have known shortages, so in the case where we have the known shortages, that's how you do it. Now, let us see now the case where we have the unknown shortages. In the case where we have unknown shortages, we say if the shortages are unknown, the company establishes a service level. So what is this service level? A service level is a proportion of time over which the company is able to supply all the required units without delay. Without delay. So that's the service level. So the proportion of time over which the company is able to supply all the required units without delay. Without delay. The proportion of time within which the company can experience shortages is known as the risk level. So the proportion of which the proportion of time which the company can experience the shortages is known as the risk level. The concept of normal distribution is applicable as follows. Na venye tu iko hivyo kwa mtandao unachora hivyo. So that venye tu imechorwa hivyo in an exam uchore hivyo. So in an exam ukipata swali kama hii unachora venye hiko. No, you don't add anything or you don't less anything. So swali ni hivyo. So we have our normal distribution table as you can see, and then imekatwa katikati which is 0.5 on the left side and 0.5 on the right side. Katikati is the current reorder level, which is the X bar. So our X bar is our current reorder level. So our current reorder level. Then the service level is in your left side. Then the safety stock is in your right side. Then you have the risk level, which is the level that we are interested with. So we use the normal distribution table. So in that case, we usually use the normal distribution table. So I need to share with you the normal distribution table so that we can derive the answer. Now, let us do this question together. So write down Z. Z is our the Z value. The Z value is equal to X1 or the mean minus mu. X bar and mu. So mean minus mu over the standard deviation. So you're changing the standard deviation. Then you X bar the current reorder level, X1 the new reorder level, Z in normal curve. Then Z you multiply with the standard deviation in the safety stock. So make sure you write that one. Safety stock is the value of Z that is from the table. You multiply the safety stock. Let us do this example here together. So so inakuwa na mambo mingi. CJ, read that question. CJ, tusomee swali.
A company has a desired service level of 92%, and the demand during lead time has the following probabilities distribution, units and probabilities from 10 to 30. Then required optimal safety stock level.
Yes. Now, solution iko hapo chini, but let us do it. Let me present that in the board. Let me just present it in the board. We do it together. So here inanga mambo. So Baraka, we know how to calculate the standard deviation. I know you did QA. So to calculate standard deviation is not a new thing. So I know you did QA. So computation of standard deviation is not a new thing. I open my screenshot. Let me share you the question so that you can screenshot. Nikivutanga board. So the question is there. Screenshot. So that nikitoa isikue usinini usirun out of question. So that's an illustration. That's our illustration. So remember, we shall have FM, advanced FM from 2. So whatever we do today, we must finish this MA, so that kesho na leo jioni tumalizie advanced FM. Kwa hiyo pita kesho kwa sababu hata mimi sitaki pite kesho. So that ukienda exam usipatane na kitu useme ai hizi vitu gani bwana. But I think advanced MA ndio ya mwisho, the last paper. Kama sijakosea. Be done. Mnafanya exam? Jane, are you doing exam?
Okay.
PJ?
Hapana.
Oh, wewe uko tu uko na time ya kurevise next season. Yeah, but the videos zitakuwa available, so don't worry. The videos zitakuwa pale kwa Telegram. Hata nimeshaweka zote. So wewe utakuwa na time mingi ya kusoma. But usiseme ati hausomi. Time usually catches you. So kama ni kusoma, you just keep on. Kila siku unasoma kitu kadogo. Now I was saying that our desired level of demand is 92%. From the illustration, desired level of demand is 92%. Now we can see that the level of risk itakuwa ngapi? Kama 92% is the desired level, what will be the level of risk? Yes. Level of risk?
8%.
Yes. 8%. Then you can draw now we can find X bar, which we do is the summation of, in our case, the units times probability. Now, we need to find it. So from the question tunaona, uko na 10 times 0.08. 10 times 10 times 0.18 plus 15 times 0.22. Kwa 15 na kwa 20 times 0.3. So kutoka kwa 20 tunaenda kwa 25. 25 times 0.12. Kutoka kwa 25 tunaenda kwa 30. 30 times 0.09. Kutoka kwa 30 tunaenda kwa 35 times also 0.09. So what will be our x bar? Our x bar. Our x bar ni ngapi? Our x bar. So 10 times 0.18. 15 times 0.22. 20 times 0.3. 25 times 0.12. 30 times 0.09. 35 times 0.09. Unapata ngapi? Mimi napata vitu zangu. So tunasema 10 times 0.18 plus 15 times 0.022 plus 20 times 0.3 plus 25 times 0.12 plus 30 times 0.09 plus 35 times 0.09. Unapata ngapi?
28.95.
Hai. Jane, na Jane. Hapa 19.95. 19.95. 19.95. 19.95. Now you can get standard deviation. Now, before we get standard deviation, before we get our standard deviation, okay, let's find the standard deviation first. Let us get our standard deviation. Standard deviation.
Hey,
Standard deviation is x minus x bar squared times probability. So x minus x bar squared times probability. Let us do it together. I have some x, our x's is 10, 15, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, 30, 35. Now x bar, now the x, then we find x minus x bar. So x minus x bar squared. Itakuwa ngapi? Itakuwa ni 10 minus 19.95 squared, which is 99. Tuweke 99. Sababu hiyo 0.2 iko decimal ni mingi. Then 15 minus 19.99 squared, 24.5. 24.5. 24.5. Then 20. 0.0025. 25. Itakuwa ni 25.5025. I think we need to revisit ya kwanza ile ya kwanza. Tuweke 99 point. Just put it 0025. Just put it. Then 15, 25, 50, 25. Zero point 0025. Then 25. Then 30. 101.0025. Then 35. 226.526. Now I need to modify with our probability. So that you can get our x minus x bar squared probability. So our probability hapa is 0.18, 0.22, 0.30, 0.12, 0.09, 0.09. We multiply to 99.0025 times 0.18, 17.82045. 82045. 24.5025 times 0.22. 5.39055. Then 0.0025 times 0.3. 0.00075. 25.5025 times 0.12. 3.0603. Then 101.0025 times 0.09. 9.090. 225. 226.5026 and 0.09. 20.38. 52. 34. So add them together, we get variance. We add them together to get variance. We add them together to get variance. So we say 17.82045, 5.3, 9055, 39055 plus 0.00075 plus 3.0603 plus 9.090225, 090225 plus 20.38, 52, 34. We're napata 55.74, 7509. Now standard deviation itakuwa ni square root of variance 55.74, 7509. So square root of the answer is 7.4. I don't know to grade 2 decimal place, 7%. Now you can draw our table. Let us draw our table. Now before we draw our table, we know
Sasa hiyo formula hapo si ulikuwa tunafaa kuweka summation ama
hapa
hapo ndani?
ndani
Si
wapi?
tunaweka hapa ndani.
Ndani hapa.
Hivyo.
Yes. Now our z is 0.5 because it is the center. Now 0.5 is our z. 0.5 is our z. Now remember our table, okay, not our table. Let's do it. So you know our center, our x bar is 0.5. Now our mean, so our start day 19.95. Now remember, this side is 0.5, and the other side is also 0.5. Now we have the level of risk. Our level of risk, which is for x2, is at which rate? Now I'll come to the level of risk is 8%. 8%. That is the level of risk. Now the remaining one, now between this point which is 92% up to that point. Now that is our desired units. That is our desired units. That's our desired unit. Now, if we go to our table and try to find the Z, our Z will be given by 0.5. Now, for 92% minus 0.08. Yakupea ngapi? So 0.5 minus 0.08 nakupatia 0.42. So 0.42. Then when from the table, now what will be the figure from the table? What will be the figure from the table? What will be the figure from the table? Now alikuwa tuambia we determine the optimal stock, the optimal safety stock. Na ukumbuke our formula ni hii. Tulikuwa nasema Z is equals to X bar minus X. I mean inaendangaje? Takuwa X bar minus X. Let me check the formula again. Then divide by standard deviation. Supposed to be
Ni
X.
X minus, yeah.
Minus
Ni
X
X
bar.
minus X.
Yes. Remember our X is a safety stock. Safety stock, of which the question requires us to determine the safety stock. Remember the question requires us to determine the safety stock. Our X bar, gradually 19.95. Our standard deviation, gradually 7.47. Our Z, we need to find our Z from the table. Now let us go from the table to find the Z. Now let me see if I have that table. I can share with you the table. Let me see if I can get the table. The normal distribution table. I think that one is community. In the exam utakuwa provided. Okay, swali kama hii, they will provide with you the table. So in case waleta swali ya kama hii, ujue utapewa table pale nyuma. Just know you will have the table. So they must give you the table. Now QA iko wapi? Nataka kwa QA ndio rahisi kupata the normal table. So nimechukua the wrong one. Just a moment. Hiyo past paper ya QA iko wapi? Sina past paper. What? Okay. Can we use advanced? Advanced FM. Can you past paper kweli? Okay, yes, nimepata. Thanks God. Now let me present this table. Let me present this normal distribution table. So let me present it. So in an exam creator, they shall provide with you this kind of a table. They here. Now we need to find where our part is 0.42. So 0.42 itakupatia which figure? And here let me present. So give me the answer. 0.42. Inside the table, you look at the inside. You unaangalia from outside ukienda inside. So 0.42.
0.1628.
Yes. 0.1628. Kama umeiona, unaenda kwa table yako unaenda utafuta 0.4 on the left side ndio hapa. 0.4. Then ukipata 0.4 unaenda mpaka kwa 2. Ndio 16.28. Uko sawa hadi hapo? Now I think I can stop sharing so that naendelea. Now wewe kwanza tumefanya mbaya. Tumefanya vibaya. 0. Unafaa kwenda kwa table from inside. Ukitoka from inside kwa sababu tunataka which figure kwa actually. Na ukumbuke ukichukua huyu minus huyu divide by huyu unaenda kutafuta hii figure kwa table. Now hatuna ifika huyu minus huyu divide by huyu hatuwezi kupata. Now what we know, tunajua hii part 0.5 minus 0.08 which is 0.42. 0.42. Now we need to take this figure inside the table. Tunataka kuangalia hii figure inside the table. Uende kwa inside the table, uangalie ni ngapi. Hii 0.42, let me present again. Unafaa uende kwa inside the table. Inside. Utafute 0.42. So kwa hii table yetu turudi. Tuende kwa inside the table, tutafute 0.42. So inside the table, ende utafute 0.42. Unaiona mahali? 0.42. Ama yenye imekaribia 0.42. So unafaa from inside. So hiyo unafaa kutoka from inside to outside. Ni tofauti na ile ingine. From inside ukitoka to outside. So unaangalia kwanza inside. Now, inside the table, can you see 0.42? Ganga. 0.42. Ama which
Kuna
figure
tu- Yeah,
inakaribia 0.42?
kuna 1.41.
Yes, 1.41. That's our figure. 1.41. Ganga umeiona? From the table inside. Unaona tafuta 0.42 ndio hii hapa. 0.4207 ndio imekaribia. So unaangalia hii figure from outside inaanzia wapi? Inaanzia kwa 1.4 ikuja kwa hadi kwa 1. Tuko sawa Jane? Jane? Aya, that's the figure. Amekataa kujibu. So the figure is 1.14. So tunakuja tunasema hapa our z ni 1.141 over our x. Our x is what we want. Our safety stock minus 19.95. 19.9 divided by standard deviation 7.47. So what will be our x? Itakuwa ni 7.47 times 1.41 plus 19.95. So what will be your safety stock? What will be your safety stock? So your safety stock itakuwa ni 7.47 times 1.41 plus 19.95. So our safety stock is 30 units. So that is 31 units. So we roll off the next figure. 31 units. 31 units. Hiyo tuko sawa? 31 units. Now, let us go to November 2016. November 2016. November 2016, question number 2A. November 2016, question number 2A. Jane tusome. Jane tusome hiyo. Ama CJ. Because of your time. November 2016, question number 2A. November 2016, question number 2A. November 2016. The question is question number 2A. The question is question number 2A.
Yeah, Marioda.
Mari?
SL Limited.
Ngoja niangalie. Yes, SL. SL.
SL Limited manufactures a stock component Q, which is used as an input material in another department within the organization. The past data on component Q is as follows. Average demand per day is 130 units. Average production lead time is 5 days. The frequency distribution of actual demand during lead time is given below. Actual demand, then we have frequencies. The company targets an 85% service level during lead time. So require the reorder level and the safety stock level. So the desired level is 85%, meaning the level of risk is 25.
Okay, thank you. Let us see what this question want us to do. Now the formula is the same. Now we need to find first, we need to find the X bar. We need to find X bar. That's the first thing that we need to do. So we need to find X bar. X bar. So let's see how we can do it. So rather than find the value of X, we need to find the value of X. Also, we need to find the probabilities because we're going to frequency. So because we're going to frequency, we also need to find the probabilities. We need also to find the probabilities. So just a moment, allow me to input this information down. So let me rub this one actually. So allow me to rub this one that we can do that one. So the question is for November. In November. November what?
2016 question 2.
Okay. Let us see how the examiner wanted us to do that question. That one is fine. We said advance FM itaanza hapo tu. Tutajikaza sana so that at least we can do something. Remember, you have only today and tomorrow. So you only have today and tomorrow. Now, I want to write down those figures. So tuko na between, so we have between 3,300. So our active demand, yangu kama haijaisha kabisa. Kama peni yangu imeisha hili. Sawa sawa. Actual demand. So actual demand, we have 300, 399, 400, 499, 500, 599, 600, 699, 700, 799, 800, 899, 899, 900, 999. Haya, tafute midpoint. So midpoint katikati, we need to find the midpoint because we cannot work in range. We need to find the midpoint. So midpoint row on add the 2 you divide by 2. So add the 2, then you divide by 2. Add the 2, then you divide by 2. Itakuwa ni 300 300 plus 399 divided by 2. So 349.5, which is 350. Round of the next figure, 350. I have 400, 499, 450. So you round off the whole figure. Next figure, 500 plus 599, 550.
550.
Then 650. You try to get Mia.
Yeah, 750. 850. 950.
Yeah. Now, once you find the midpoint, you find probabilities. Now, probabilities, we have the frequencies, as you can see. As you can see, we have the frequencies. So we need to add all the frequencies together. We need to add all the frequencies together. Tuko na frequency between ya kwanza, frequency 0, 16, 20, 25, 14, 8, 23. Total frequency ni ngapi? Add them together. Add them together. Add them together. Total frequency. Yes. Hey, wase.
86.
86. Then now you can find probability. So 0 divided by total. So 0 divided by 86. Tunachukua 0 divided by 86. So 0 divided by 86. 0. 16 divided by 86. 0.19. Let it be 0.19. 20. 0.23. 25. 0.29. 14. 0.16. 08. 0.09. 03. 0.03. Total nakupatia 1. Total inakupatia total yote nakupatia 1. Around 1. Anyway, I hope that is correct one. Now we need to find remember, for you to get our X bar, the summation of your units and probability. We need to find it. So X times probability. Itakuwa 50 times 0, 0. For 50 times 0.19, 86 mean around up to our whole figure. By 50 times 0.23, 127. So mean around off. 50 times 0.29, 199. 750 times 0.16, 120. 850 times 0.09, 77. Then 950 times 0.03, which is 28.5. Total, itakupatia your X bar. So find the total. Then it shall give you our X bar. So 0 plus 86 plus 127 plus 199 plus 120 plus 77 plus 28.5. 27.29. Let us put it as 29. 638. 638. I hope I'm 638. Now, once we get that one, we need to find X minus X bar squared. Then we with probability. So tafanya direct. So that we find the total variance. So X minus X bar squared, then probability. So me tafanya direct. So X minus X bar So x minus x bar squared. Let us see. Now our x ndio hii hapa, 50 minus 638 squared times probability ya 0. Itakuwa ni 0. Haya ya pili, 450 squared, 450 minus 638 squared is probability ya 0.19. Itakupatia 67 15. Haya 550 minus 638 squared is probability ya 0.23. 1781. 1781 mean round off. Then 650 minus 638 squared multiplied with the probability at 0.29. Nakupatia 41. 42. In an exam utumie nini? So if you are in an exam, tumie decimal place. So mimi tumie kwa sababu of time. 750 minus 638 squared times 0.16. 2007. Haya. 850 minus 638 squared times 0.09. 45. Then 950 squared times 0.03 to 2920. 29. To find the total to get the variance. So 6715, 1781, 42.
17,510.
Yes.
17,510.
17,510. 17,510. Tunakuja nasema hapa our standard deviation total of 17,510. Itakuwa ngapi? 132%. 132%. Now you need to find our z. Now our z is 0.5. Now let us just come up with our figure. So we need to determine our level of risk and our desired level. So it's our x bar, which is 638. Our x bar, which is 638. Now, between this point and this point, 0.5. Now between this point up to this point. What the desired level, demand desired level? Natuambia ni from the question
85.
85%. So the remaining
15. 25.
25. So
Ni 15.
15. So our itakuwa 2.5 minus this one. That is 0. Sivyo? So 0.35. So inside the table, E, and then you give me the Z. So when you have to figure out inside the table, let me present it. Let me present it. Just a moment. And here, so tafuta 0.35. 0.35. 0.35.
Yes, Ganga.
Yes, yeah. Ganga tuambie. So what will be the figure? So unatoka from inside the table ukienda nje. So unaingia ndani unatafuta 0.35. 0.35 or which number imekaribia 0.35. So mimi na
0.3508. Yeah, ni 1.04.
So 1.04,
04.
1.4,
1.04.
1.04.
Yeah.
1.04.
Yeah.
1.04. Yes. Now we know that our Z is equals to X minus X bar over standard deviation. So 1.04. We need our X, it's our safety stock. Let me stop presenting. Let me go back to the screen, to the board. Here, tunasema our Z is equals to X minus X bar over standard deviation. Now our Z is 1.04 is equals to our X, which tunatafuta, our safety stock. Our mean is 638 over 132. Now tutasema our X will be equal to 132 times 1.04 plus 638. Kuja ngapi? No, sorry, this is our new reorder level. Remember X. X ni new reorder, ni new reorder level, not safety stock. So correct pale nyuma ile tulifanya nyuma, niliwaambia our X ni safety stock. Nilifanya makosa. Our X is our new reorder level. Our safety stock ni hii. This one times our Z is our safety stock. Safety stock. So standard deviation times Z, our safety stock. Now let's find our new reorder level kwanza. 132
775.8.
775.28.
Yeah.
776 units. So na round off to the next number. Aya, let's go to the question. Alikuwa anauliza nini? What the requirement? If I go to the question, alikuwa anasema requirement. Number 1, reorder level. Ndio hii. The reorder level is our X. So nilikuwa nimwambia nyuma that our safety stock ndio X. Nilifanya makosa. Our X is our reorder level. Our X is our reorder level. Now number B, the safety stock level. Now our safety stock level ni standard deviation times Z. Now what's our standard deviation? 132 times 1.04. That will be our safety stock level. That one will be our. Ama itakuwaje? What do you think?
Aje.
Utafuta hiyo safety stock. Do you think that's the right idea? Let me check if there's another way we can find it. Let me see if you have a formula. Kuna formula nilikuwa nimewapatia pale tukianza.
Tunatumia
Is it
Z gani? Ni hiyo.
Ni hiyo.
Tunatumia Z ya 1.0 ama ile 3.0.35.
Hiyo yenye tumepata 1 point. 1 point. 1 point. Unapata ngapi? Sorry, 132 times 1.04, which is 138. Or another way, I think you can do it. Ni kuchukua our safety stock. Nilikuwa nafanya kwa ile table. Unakumbuka kwa ile table? Tulikuwa tunafanya safety stock. Tulikuwa tunachukua the current, tulikuwa tunachukua our DDLT na minus current reorder level. Current reorder. Unakumbuka kwa ile table yetu, ile analysis table? Tukitafuta safety stock for each level ilikuwa inaanzia 0, 50 inaenda ikiongezeka. You remember that one? Tukachukua demand during stability time, Sivyo? Una minus the current order sivyo? Now in this case, itakuwa our DDLT in our case is our X which is 776 minus our X bar 638. We must give the same answer. It must give you at least the same answer. You can use also that concept.
Yes.
So you can use that concept. Iko sawa?
Kabisa.
Yes, now bado mwendo tujaumaliza. We need to move on. Let us move on to another thing. Marginal analysis. Let me present the screen. Marginal analysis. Marginal analysis. So hii topic uzuri ukisha capture the concept, hakunanga mambo mingi. And then sometimes cram this figure. Lakini ni ngumu juu we have different percentages. So ni ngumu cram anyway. So we
Which
cannot cram
figure?
it. Lakini watakupea kwa
Which-
table, watakupea kwa exam. So in case
Which
sorry kuje. Yes.
Ulikuwa unasema which figure?
Utapata kwa exam utapatiwa. Kama hawajakupatia table, they will give you the Z figure. Sawa sawa?
Oh.
Kama hawajakupatia table, they will give you the Z table. Now, marginal analysis. Marginal analysis, that's our next jump. And this one will be the second last item. So this is an inventory control technique used to analyze items which perish in terms of substance as the time passes. Now, those items zenye zina perish haraka as time goes, ndio tutaita the marginal analysis. So for example, milk. So milk ikikaa siku moja ama siku ya pili imeshaharibika. Vegetable the same, flowers the same. So as the time goes, then it perishes. So that's what we call the marginal analysis. So the inventory control system that is used to analyze the perishability of an item in terms of time passage. In terms of time passage, we have the formula there. This concept is that the only order of probability is P, which is our probability, is greater than ML divided by ML plus MP. So write this down. So probability is greater than or equal to ML plus MP. Our ML is the marginal loss. Our MP is our marginal profits. Now, before I do this question, let us go and write down the formulas for ML and MP. We need the formula for ML and MP. Hawajapeana hapa. Ndio hii hapa. Now, EML, we need a good formula. Hawajapeana. Let me acha nione kama niko na formula chini. Just a moment. We need that formula. Because so one is the actually ukiona the word marginal profit, the selling price minus cost. ML is selling price minus cost. Andika chini. ML is the selling price.
Marginal low summer profit.
MP, sorry, marginal profit. Our P, selling price minus cost. P minus V. So V ni cost. Ama P minus C. Let us say P minus C. Now before, so nikumbuke ni before perishability of that good. Before that good perish. Now once the good imeharibika kidogo, then you might sell it at a loss. Now that loss is our ML. So kumbuke the normal profit ni nyongeuza before the amount it loses value. But as time goes, the value of that item loses value. And therefore, that one becomes our ML. Now let's do this question together. So Jane tusome the question. Jane, read for us the question. Tafadhali.
A retailer buys a fruit at a cost of 40 shillings and sells for 100. Any unsold fruit at the end of the day is sold the following days for 10. Determine the optimal size if the daily demand has the following distributions. We have units in probability.
Now we are supposed to determine the optimal size. Now look at that question. Na ukiangalia swali venye iko pale chini kwa MP, angalia selling price ilikuwa ngapi? Was 100. The cost was 40. So the profit is 60. Is that one okay? So 100 minus 40. Tuko sawa? Tuko sawa hadi hapo? CJ?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, kama watauza, then watauza at 10 bob. Now, ukumbuke imetoka from how much? From 90, from 100 to 90 to 10 bob because of the perishability. Now, if watauza at 10 bob, then the marginal loss itakuwa ni ile 40 cost. Ukumbuke cost of production, utoe hiyo shilingi 10 yenye umepata. So, we have not covered our 30 shillings. So out of the 40, we have only covered 10 bob from the sales. So remember ya kwanza, out of 100, tumecover all the 40 shillings. Na tukapata profit ya 60. Kwa sababu tukiuza at 100, na cost was 40, then recover all the cost of 40, na tukapata an extra profit of 60, which is our ML. But our MP, sorry, it's our MP. It's our MP. But now our ML, remember tulinunua hiyo kitu at 40 bob. Tumeuza 10 bob. Now we have a loss of 30 shillings. Kwa sababu tulinunua 40, tukauza shilingi 10. So kwa hiyo 40 tumepata only 10 bob. The rest zimepotelea. So 40 minus 10 is our loss, which is our ML. Now allow me to present the board. So allow me to present the board so that we can do now. So tunasema marginal analysis. Tunasema our P must be greater than or equal to ML over ML plus MP. Now our MP is our P minus C, which is 100 minus 40, which is 60. So selling price minus variable cost. Then ya pili, if they will not sell that product by today, but they use that the next day at 10 shillings. So our loss, marginal loss, itakuwa ile cost yetu, na tutoe our selling price. Ama naweza sema ni P minus C, which is 10 minus 40, which is minus 30. So our loss is 30. Our loss is 30. Our loss in that case is 30. Uko sawa? Now let's find our probability. Now our probability itakuwa ni 30 over 60 plus 30. Ndiyo formula hapo juu. ML plus MP.
That is 33.33%.
So which is 0.33. Sawa? Now we go to our table now. What we were presented with. So kwa table tulikuwa tumepatiwa units. Tulikuwa tumepatiwa units. Probability. So tuko na 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 0.18, 0.18, 0.32, 0.15, 0.18, 0.17, 0.17. Now, after the cumulative, more than cumulative probability. So it was not cumulative, more than cumulative probability. Now, ili tofauti na tumekuwa tukifanya, unaanzia chini. So itakuwa 0.17, then you add, so unaanzia chini ukikuja juu. So 0.17 you add 0.17 you add 0.18, which is 0.35. You add 0.15, 0.50, you add 0.32, 0.82, then you add 0.18, 1.00. So unaanzia chini. Na wewe unaanzia chini kukuja juu, more than cumulative. Then unajiuliza, where does our probability lie? This one. Where does it lie? Where does it lie? Where does it lie? 0.33 lies where? Jane? Ganga? Where does it lie? Yes?
Hapo kwa
0.33.
25.
Yes. So
Hapo kwa
unaangalia.
0.32.
So unasema your optimal stock size is 5 units. Uko sawa? Are we okay? Now let's go to November 2016, question 3B. May 2016, question 3B. May 2016, question number 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 3B. Nara tusomee swali. Ni ya James Makali. James Makali. CJ? James Makali. CJ? James Makali.
James Macaulay prides himself as the largest sausage supplier in the city. Small, freshly baked sausages are the specialty of his shop. He has sought help in determining the number of sausages he should make each day so as to maximize his long-run profitability. From an analysis of past demand, he estimated the demand for sausages as follows. Additional information. The selling price per package amount to 90. The cost per package, which includes handling and transportation, amounted to 65. Sausages that are not sold at the end of the day are sold as day-old merchandise the following day at 30 per packet. Using continuous analysis of probability distribution of demand, advice on the optimal production quantity for the sausages and should be in packets.
So another name of continuous analysis is the marginal. Jane? Yes, continuous analysis is also known as marginal. Continuous analysis is also known as the marginal.
Analysis.
Yes. So nataka ni make sure you are following. Tuko sawa CJ? Now find MP. Let us find our MP. When I prefer this pen ya blue, let me refill. Allow me to refill it. So it's also called the marginal analysis. Marginal analysis. Marginal analysis. Marginal analysis. Now let's start with the MP. Noma bwana. Hii pen yangu ni kama imeisha. I need to buy a new pen. So I need to buy a new pen in a leak. So imenimwagia in. So I think I need to buy a new pen. Usinimalizie ink yangu. Na naona nani venye amekuwa strict siku hizi. Mambo na VAT. So vitu ni expensive sana siku hizi. Now what's our MP? Now umesoma hii swali ukasema the selling price is 90 shillings. The selling price is 90 shillings. We need to remove our cost. The cost per packet includes the handling and the cost, which amounted to 65. So what will be our MP? Weka kwa calculator haraka haraka tupe figure 90 minus 65, which is 25. ml. Now, the sausage that are not sold at the end of the day are sold as a merchandise of the next day at 30 shillings. So 30 minus 65. So what's our cost? What's our benefit there? It's a loss. 30 minus 65, which is minus 35. Now our loss is 35. Now our probability of greater than one, the one ml, which is 35 over 25 plus 35. So mnapatako ngapi? Mnapatako ngapi? Mnapatako ngapi? Allah. 0.58. So mimi napata 0.58. Now we need to come up with our probability, cumulative probability, more than cumulative probability. Remember, it's more than. Tunasema units. Alikuwa nimeenda wapi bwana? Hiyo sorry iko wapi? Ilikuwa May 2016. Oh, day. So we have 1800 probability 0.05, 2000 0.10, 2200 0.20, 2400 0.30, 2600 0.20, 2800 0.10, 3000 0.05. More than probability, more than cumulative probability, rather than 0.05, we add 0.15, we add 0.35, then 0.65, then 0.85, 0.95, yeah, the opposite, not the mwisho, 1.00. Now where does it lie? Where does it lie? Where does it lie? CJ, where does it lie?
Hapo kwa 65.
For 0.65.
Mm.
It lies at So our ultimate size stock ni ngapi? So advise him to order only 2,400 units. So you advise him to order 2,400 units. 8 marks. That is all about it. Just 8 marks. So hiyo ni marks ya bure. Hiyo ni marks ya bure. Now, let me present the screen again. So leo tu ni present the screen. So by one tuko tumemaliza, nataka by one kama itakuwa possible tuko tumemaliza this item. Now that topic, incremental analysis. Let's go to incremental analysis. Incremental analysis. Analysis or the newsboy analysis, or it's also called the incremental analysis. Now, this is an invented control technique used to handle items which perish as time passes, but not in terms of substance, but not in terms of substance. For example, newspaper. Now, newspaper, it will become obsolete because of the content ya kitambo, but the newspaper inaweza kuwa bado iko ya 2000 bado iko. Yes, it has perished, but not in terms of substance, but in terms of maybe the content. Unlike maziwa expire, then the maziwa itself may expire, the substance itself imeisha. Now that's the tofauti. So when we talk about substance, it means if ni maziwa expire, inaisha kabisa. Now as the time goes, it expire with the substance. That is the marginal analysis or the continuous analysis. But for incremental, yes, it expires, but not in terms of substance. The substance it is there, but the content of that maybe newspaper imeisha. For example, success card. Another good example, success card. The success card is very good wakati exam imekaribia. Ukishafanya exam, the success card is there, but it is not that good to you because mgeni imeshaisha. Mgeni ilishaisha kitambo. So yes, it is there, but it's not of that value as compared to the value of that success card when we receive before the exam. So that's what we call that's the difference between the two. The analysis in terms of continuous or the marginal, and the incremental or the newsboy analysis. That is okay. Now we have the formula there. You can see P is greater than or equal to C1 over C1 plus C2. C1 is the cost of overstocking a unit. C1 is the cost of overstocking a unit. C2 is the cost of understocking a unit. So C2 is the cost of understocking a unit. Now, how do you get C1? Now, C1 is equal to cost plus holding cost. So the purchase cost. So C1 is equal to purchase cost plus holding cost minus salvage value or the disposal value, the V. The V is the salvage value or the disposal value. The disposal value. Note it down. So tunasema C1 is equal to purchase cost plus holding cost minus salvage value, or another name of salvage value is the disposal value. C2 is the purchase cost minus C2 is the selling price minus purchase cost minus holding cost divided by 2 plus our CP, which is the shortage cost. Our CP is our shortage cost. So tunasema C2 is equal to the selling price per unit minus purchase cost per unit minus holding cost per unit divided by 2 plus the salvage cost. So not salvage. CP is a shortage cost per unit. Shortage cost per unit. Shortage cost per unit, or the foregone benefit. called benefit. Now, the above analysis is applied when the inventory item cannot be reordered within a given period of time. So in case the item cannot be ordered within the stipulated time, then we use that formula. Now, what if now the item can be ordered? Now, what if? So hiyo kama tumepeana pale juu ni the one where the order cannot be made within the stipulated time or within the time frame provided. Now, what if? Now, what if we can order? Now, if we can order in time, then we can say that our C2 will interchange. And then you start to find out May 2012. I think that one is the only question appearing. So our C2, in case that we can purchase an item, our C2 itakuwa ni FCR plus 1 minus FC into bracket P minus C minus CP, close the bracket, H minus 2. Remember, H is holding cost. CP, shortage cost. So FCR, where our F is a function of customer willing to wait. F is a function of customers willing to wait. So F is the fraction of customers willing to wait. CR is the reorder cost. CR is the reorder cost. CR is our reorder cost. Do you have any question here? Hatuna from the latest. Tuangalia kama we have anyone from the latest so that tumalize haraka haraka. Now, nada tusomea. So May 2012 question 2C. May 2012. May 2012 question 2C. CJ. May 2012 question 2C. May 2012 question 2C. CJ tusome. May 2012 question 2C. Ndio hapo. Unapresent kwa nini? Kwa board, so usihangaike.
Maridadi Limited sells a wide range of high quality bracelets. The
Unaweza zoom kwa
manufacturer-
so in case huoni vizuri unaweza zoom. Sawa sawa. Na mkono
Yeah.
your screen. Yes.
require orders in advance and when a bracelet has been made, it is not possible to place a repeat order further. It is not possible for delivery to be spread over the fashion reason. When a customer places orders for a bracelet from Mandazi Limited, fitting and any alternatives or adjustments are made and the bracelet is collected a day or so later. The pattern of past sales of a bracelet shows the following probabilities distribution. Then there is numbers of bracelets and the probabilities. Then additional information number 1. If the company runs out of stock, this then thus not only is the profit not earned, but a profit of shillings that 5 per bracelet is derived from either accessories that customers buy is also lost. Number 2, should the company over purchase, then it is expected that it will be able to dispose of the surplus bracelet at shillings 80 each. The purchase price and selling price per bracelet is shillings 130 and 210 respectively. The mean carrying cost per bracelet is shillings 8. Then require determine the number of bracelets that Mandazi Limited should order so as to maximize the expected. Yeah.
Na naona kama unasikia njaa ati mandazi. Umesema mandazi ama maridadi?
Eh?
Wewe unaona kwa
Kumbe hata niko njaa.
Basically umesema mandazi limited.
Maridadi Limited.
Yes, haina sawa, iko sawa. Now that is okay. Let me present my screen now. So I hope you screenshot the question. So screenshot the question because it's okay. But the question is available in our old past paper. So if you can access our old past paper, I think you can find the question there. Now, okay. I think that one is fine. Now let's write the formula down. Now to say P must be greater than or equal to C1 over C1 plus C2. So then I find C1. You want to find C1. Now we said C1 is the cost, purchase cost plus what? Holding cost minus salvage value. Now let's go to our question to find C1. Let's go to our question. Walikuwa wanatuambia what is the cost for the purchase cost information number what? Information number what? Number 3. The purchase price and the selling price is 130 into 10. So the purchase price kwanza tunaanza na hiyo. It's 130. Information number 3. So the purchase price is 130 and the selling price is 10. So tunahitaji the selling price, tunahitaji the purchase price which is 130. Number 2, holding cost. Number 2, holding cost, which information? Information number 4. The mean carrying cost is 8. So the carrying cost, the holding cost is 8. Then our salvage value. Information number 2. So the company of a purchase then is expected that it will be able to dispose the surplus bracelet at 80 shillings each. So the disposal value, so remember the other name of salvage value is the disposal value. It is 80 shillings. Find C2. Find the C2. Itakuwa ni 130 plus 8 minus 8. Baba ngapi? 58. Aya, C2. Now the formula for C2 ilikuwa ni P selling price minus cost minus purchase cost. P ni selling price, P is purchase cost. So you have less purchase cost, then you less holding cost over 2. Let holding cost over 2. Then we add the shortage cost. Then we add the shortage cost. So then selling price for 100 to 10, purchase cost ni 130, holding cost ni 8 over 2, bei hapa juu 8 over 2, plus our CP. Our CP ni the shortage cost. Ama another name of shortage cost ni foregone benefit. The foregone benefit. And that is information number 1. If the company runs out of stock, then not only is the profit not earned, but the profit of that 5% is derived from other accessories customer buy also at a loss. And that one is what we call, so that 35 is the benefit foregone. I'll show you the cost, which is 35. That is information number 1. That one is our benefit lost. So to 10 is 130 minus 8 over 2.
Triple 1.
Yes?
111.
111. Napata hivyo?
Yeah.
Now we can find our P. Our P itakuwa ni 58 over 58 plus 111. So itakuwa ni 58 divided by 58 plus 111. 0.34 probability. Now we go to our table, to our question. We got about your units. Then find the units. Then probability. Then cumulative. More than cumulative probability. Tuanze na units. So nikiwa na units tulikuwa na gani? Acha niangalie hiyo units. Tulikuwa na 1650, 1800, 1650, 1800, 1900 na 2500. 21, 1950 na 21. Probability 0.3, 0.4, 0.2, 0.1. Itakuwa ni 0.2, 0.3, 0.7, 1.0. Where does it lie? 0.34. Tunaweka mbili hapa. Kwa hivyo. Where does it lie? Inalai wapi? Inalai hapo. Does it lie there?
Of course.
Now, the optimal stock order is 1800 units. Yes, 1800 units. Tuko sawa hapo?
Yeah.
Now, let us go to this question. Illustration. Jane Some. Jane, read for us. Jane, read for us.
JM Ltd stocks a seasonal product named Sour at the beginning of each Christmas period. The period costs 5,000 and sells at 10,000. The following data relates to probabilities distributions of demand for the product. Number of units stocked, probability of demand, cumulative probability. Additional information. JM Ltd cannot reorder the product in the event of shortage due to the long delivery period required. Number 2, the stock out cost is 300 shillings per product. The unit of the product and sold at the end of the Christmas period has a salvage value of 2,000. The holding cost during the period is estimated at 10% of the cost of the product. Require. Determine the optimal stock level. Number 2, given that the product out of the stock can be reordered at a cost of 7,400 per unit, and the customer will wait until the arrival of the product to determine the optimal order level.
Okay. What about part B? What's about part B? Part B?
Nimesoma B.
Okay. Now let us do that question together. Now screenshot the question with the answers. So your answers go up. But we can do it together. Now let us determine these figures before niende kwa board. Before niende kwa board, I want us to determine those figures for P, C, and V, and so on.
Which setting is this?
Now this is an illustration. So it's an illustration. ya kitambo sana, hiyo iko kwa past paper. So you cannot find it in our past paper. Long time ago. Below 2009. Tuko to 2008, 2007 huko. Now, but it doesn't mean that we cannot do it. It's good we do it. So C1 is equals to C. Equal to C minus H. C1 is equal to C plus H minus V. So madam niambie C ni ngapi? So I want to tell me what is the value of C from that question. But sijatoka present. So what is our C? Tuharakishe jameni, ndio tukue haraka. Our C ni purchase cost. Pale juu tukianza. The product cost how much? 5,000. Yeah, wacha niandike 5,000. Nataka niandike chini. Haya. What about holding cost? Information number 4. The holding cost for the period is 10% of the product. Now 10% of the purchase cost. So ni 10% of the purchase cost. So wanatuambia ni
500.
10% of purchase cost ni ngapi? 10% of
500.
Of 5,000. 5,000 or 500? 5,000. Haya. What is our V salvage value? Eh?
300.
Salvage value 300. Hiyo ni stock out cost. Information number 3. This is information number 3. The unit of the product unsold at the can be salvage value at? Yona? Mbona hiyo? Hiyo ni ya C1. Tumepata kila kitu ya C1. So tunajua kila kitu ya C1. Tuende kwa C2.
Ulizama salvage value inaitwa aje tena? Ni shortage ama?
Disposal value. Disposal value.
Well,
Hiyo sasa ingia kama tumia the word disposal. Wana dispose at this figure. Na tuende kwa C2. C2 is equal to P minus C. As you can see in your presentation. P minus C over H2. So what's our selling price? Our selling price ko pale juu. Angalia pale juu penye kuna purchase cost. Ngapi?
Ni 10,000.
10,000. Haya, purchase cost C
5,000.
5,000.
Holding cost
500.
divided by 2 kwa sababu ni H2 itakuwa ngapi?
50.
50. Haya, hivyo imekuwa inaje P and then we need to add CP. Strategy cost now. CP na strategy cost. So what's our strategy cost? Information number 1. 300. Now I can stop now sharing the screen. $300. So that's my screen now. I hope you can see my screen. Now we're gonna find the figure of C2. Give me the value of C1 and C2. Give me the value of C1 and C2. Itakuwa ni 5,000 plus 500 minus 2,000. That 500? 10,000 minus 5,000 minus 250 plus 300. 50. You can find the P.
Hiyo ya pili.
Ya pili imefanya nini?
Kwa sawa.
50. Hadi vizuri. Hii 250 ni 500. Kumbuke hii tumepataje? Ni 500 over 2. H over 2. Kumbuke ni H over 2. Sawa sawa? So itakuwa ngapi? C1 3500 over 3500 plus 50/50. So 3500 divided by 3500 plus 50/50. 0.41. 0.41. Now, in the number of units, and then probability, then more than cumulative probability. So turudi kwa swali yetu tuangalie 6,000, 5,000 inaenda ikiteremka 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, then 2,000. 2,000 probability 0.05, 0.15, and then 0.15, 0.25, na 0.40. Tunakuja hapa 0.40. So 0.40 plus 0.25 was 0.65, 0.15, 0.80 plus 0.15, 0.95, then 1.0. Where does it lie? Where does it lie? Where does it lie? Where does it lie, my friends?
0.65. 0.65.
There. So optimal stock to order. Is 3,000
units.
Part B. This was part B. Part B. Let's go to part B. Alikuwa anasema given that the products out of stock can be reordered. Now, this one it cannot be reordered. Now, what if it can be reordered at a reorder cost of reorder cost of how much? 1,740. No, 7,400 per unit, and the customer will wait until the arrival of the product. Determine the optimal order. Now, C2. Now C1 it remain the same. C1 will be the same. Together na hiyo C1 back to the same, that 500. C2 is what will change. Now our C2 itakuwa ni FCR haya plus 1 minus F, and then you multiply with our P minus C, inaonekana P minus C plus CP. Then you close the bracket, then you minus H over 2. Then you minus H over 2. I think inaonekana. Now fractions of the customer waiting to wait ni ngapi? And then what is our CR? Now remember F is the fraction of the customer waiting, willing to wait. Now we only have one customer. From the question hajatuambia anything else, because amesema given that the product is out of order, turudi pale juu. Now wanaongelea kuhusu a unit product. Tukisoma hii swali wanaongelea kuhusu a unit product. So tunamaanisha we shall assume that we have only one customer. So the fraction of customer available ni 1. Then order cost CR is our order cost, which wametuambia ni 74. 74.00. Then 1 minus F ni 1 minus 1, which is 0. Haya, P minus C minus CP, hizo ni the same. 10,000 minus 5,000 plus 300 plus 300, so itakuwa ni 5,000 minus C, sorry, 10,000 minus 5,000 plus CP. What's our CP? Our CP ndio hii hapa 300. Imepatia ngapi? So 10,000 minus 5,000 plus 300, which is 53. H over 2. H over 2 ni 500 over 2, which is 250. So let's find C2. Tunajua FCR ni 7,400 times 1 plus 1 minus 1, which is 0. You open the bracket, you multiply with 5,300, then you minus 250. So what will be our C2? What will be our C2? Itakuwa ni 7400. 7400. Hii itaisha 0 times C minus 250. 7150. 7150. Now find the probability. Itakuwa ni C1 that 500 over that 500 C1 plus C2 7150. Itakuwa that 500 divided by that 500 plus answer 0.33. Where does it stand? 0.33. Where does it stand? 0.33. 0.33. 0.33. Ndio hapa.
2,000.
Now that's our optimal order. Economic batch quality, I'm not going to talk about it. Reveal that one in your intermediate level. That will be a notes. So I'm not going to do this one. So you in intermediate level, I will test. Jaona any question concerning that one in our past paper. ABC method, you achana nayo. Now what I'm interested now is a simulation. Now what I'm interested with is a simulation. Now we meet from 2 to 30. We do simulation. So we meet from 2, and I mean mechoka. We do simulation. So this is the last one, so that we finish this topic of inventory.
Situmalizie.
Aya, mimi kichwa yangu imechoka na hiyo sasa or you can use the one for advanced FM. We did advanced FM simulation analysis. There it is, simulation of the Monte Carlo analysis. Now
Yes,
this is the application of the system by the use of random number and the probabilities. It was derived by the Monte Carlo as follows. So the method is the same na kwa advanced FM. So I'm not interested in the method. Now the question tatuchukua muda bwana wa.
Sawa, wacha basi tukue na break.
Wacha tukue na break, tukuje tufanye swali. Tufanye swali 2 ama 3. Na tufanye kitu kingine kidogo. Then advanced FM to review our questions from last sitting tukikuja. We shall review tuone which questions are hard and which one are not hard, or tuangalie if you have done at least 99% of the questions. Itakuwa sawa. So let us meet from 2 sharp.
Ndio tumalizie hii.
Yes, we meet from 2 sharp. We meet from 2 sharp.